Tetris 99.
Yes, I finally played it for the first time last night. Julia, my wife, hated it. She thought it was hot trash. She's like, Tetris is supposed to be fun, not competitive. Right. And so she stopped playing and played Tetris on her phone instead.
Wow.
And I, being competitive and annoying, kept playing it over and over until I finally felt good enough about my rank to quit. And it took me probably about 15 plays. Hit number 6, and I'm like, I'm done. We were talking about if it would make the top 100 last week, and it's already at number 88 on our list.
Shoot.
Hallelujah.
I didn't realize that.
I think it's a little unfair because it's a free game, and so part of the games are ranked off of popularity.
Yep.
Free games, everyone's going to have it. I mean, I guess technically you don't have it if you don't have the online service, but it's done pretty well.
You can still have a crappy free game, though.
True.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it has good ratings. 83 Metacritic, 8.5 user score, 83 Open Critic score, so.
Solid stuff.
It's pretty hot. Final Fantasy 9.
Yeah, I was actually a little bit surprised to see that this was doing so well. I guess maybe I shouldn't have been because it's Final Fantasy, but I don't really hear a lot of positive stuff for Final Fantasy 9, or at least not like a clamoring of nostalgia for it like Final Fantasy 10 does.
Yes, Final Fantasy 9 was an amazing game back then, but also Square Enix is kind of lazy in their ports, so they had bugs on other versions. They literally just ported in all those bugs to the Switch version.
Yeah.
Also, the graphics look pretty trash. Because I don't have any nostalgia attachment to Final Fantasy 9.
Right.
I never played 9. And if they made some of those updates, I would have been really intrigued.
Yeah, for sure.
And now it's like,
Next one on our list is Ape Out. I watched a little bit of footage for this. I haven't played it yet, but it looked so much fun. Like from the moment that I played it, or the moment that I watched the video for it, I wanted to play it so bad.
Wow.
But I also looked it up on the eShop, and I was very surprised to see the price of this is $15.
okay. So it's a top-down rhythmic game.
Yep.
Kind of more jazzy style, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to the music that closely, but
Sure.
it's not like hardcore or teeny bopper music.
Right.
That made me sound so old.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like a lot of fun, and it looks pretty hilarious as well. Just throwing people off the building and stuff just looked great. Just a fun, cartoony violence. But not something... I was expecting it, honestly, watching the trailer. Like maybe $5, maybe $10. But $15 just to me was like, I'm going to hold off on this for a bit.
Put it on the wish list.
For sure.
Get it on sale maybe. It has an 83 critic score, 8.3 user score. 234th on our list. That's not bad for an indie game. I mean, it's really because there's not a lot of popularity to it.
Right.
I mean, Trials Rising, number 4 on our list. It's sitting at 250. And this game is not BMX. Motocross.
Right.
Motorbike.
Dude, I know nothing. I know nothing about bikes.
Dirt bike.
Yeah.
I don't know. I call all those the same thing. Not BMX bikes, but any motorized bike, I just lump it all into one category.
I barely know the difference between a bike and a skateboard. Like, what in the world? But this game looks honestly pretty terrible. I
disagree.
Interest. Okay.
I think it looks cool, but the Switch version with some of its bugs and problems made it look less cool.
I think that it just looked like a clone of Happy Wheels or Ass, if you've played that.
What? What did you say?
Ass, Animal Super Squad.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, very fun. I feel like I'd rather have that cartoony kind of style that Happy Wheels has than this realistic but very bad graphic.
Well, I also heard, and I haven't confirmed this because I don't own the game,
right?
But that the controls using the Joy-Cons were a little bit too hard to control how much you were accelerating or not accelerating.
Yeah.
And so it's like, even if you can play it on the go, you might be having a hard time with some of those higher up levels. So is it really worth it anyways? The last one of new games, Toe Jam and Neuro Back in the Groove game came out. I have already purchased it for $20. So they've made some improvement of life to this. This is an old 90s Sega classic game where you're two aliens searching for your spaceship amongst crazy worlds. There's lawnmowers, there's shopping carts, there's wizards. There's the most random enemies trying to kill you. It's, I think, one of the first roguelites. It's not the first, but one of the first. So the couple of improvements they've made is they added more characters, so that's cool. They added some unlockables on online mode, and actually the ability to save your game, because in the Sega version you couldn't.
Whoa.
And I never beat it because it actually gets really hard the later stages that you go. So the things I didn't like about it, the art style was cool, but then they added these like there's trees and bushes and houses that pop up that weren't there in the old game. And what I kind of find annoying about them is you can interact with them and shake them and try to look for items and gifts and money that is useful in the game. But in order to do that, it just takes so much time because they're just cluttered all over the map. So it's like, I just kind of, after the first couple of worlds, I'm like, I'm just going to skip this and just walk around them and not really care. So I was like, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Sure.
Second thing is, the first couple levels felt really easy. Way too quick of a progression. I'm wondering if he did that for new people that have never played the game to kind of warm them up to it. But to me, to someone who's played it, it kind of felt lame, like a little bit too easy. Especially because each world in between, there's a loading screen. And the loading screen was like dropping frames and glitching. And I'm like, the easiest thing, but a 90s Sega video game got this right. So maybe there's a patch coming. I really hope so, because I think it's a hilarious game. The music was well done, so I appreciated the updates. I'm honestly not sure if yet I would recommend it to everyone. To me, it's nostalgia, so I love it. To me, it's like a fun game. You play a couple times, you invite your friends over, and like, dude, come check out this crazy, insanely stupid game that makes zero sense. So yeah, it's more of a funny factor to me than like an actual amazing game.
That's cool. I'm excited to play it.
Yeah, so I think he did a good job, like making it updated, but tipping his hat at some of the older pieces of the game. And I'm hoping I have a better experience playing it with you and playing it a little bit more. So
cool.